This series of videos covers my building of a bandsaw, from the plans for the 16-inch bandsaw from Matthias Wandel. It's most likely to be of interest only to those thinking of building their own bandsaw, and even then, these aren't how-to videos, these are just a diary of the issues that I encountered as I built my bandsaw. If you want a how-to, you'll need to go to Matthias's plans and videos. There's a link in the description below, as always. I've cut out the pieces, and the next step is to glue together the C-frame. If, like me, you're building the 16-inch bandsaw, it's not a bad idea to look at the videos, which are slightly more numerous, of Matthias's next build, the 14-inch bandsaw, because there are some points that come up in that build, and I think did make it into the plans and instructions for the 16-inch. But for example, this first layer is crucial. Over here you've got the lone upright that's in, if you like, the 0th layer, and you've got the base and you've got the top of the layer 1. In this layer it's very important to try extremely hard to get it square and flat. You don't want a twist to develop. So you don't want this corner coming up or going down, and likewise that one. So you want those two perfectly coplanar with each other. So I've squared everything up, I've got everything flat, I put some weights on there, I think I'm going to put a weight there, I've got a couple of clamps at the back, and now I'm going to glue up here, and I've got these two uprights here to help space out, as well as squares everywhere. This is nearly done. This is the lower horizontal of the 3rd layer, and whilst I'm just waiting for that to finish curing, I've started working on the top horizontal of the 4th layer and on its associated spines. Now the spines are these vertical pieces that stick up at the top of the frame and into which the top wheel mount block will be set. And as per Matthias's recommendation, I have a piece over here which goes across the two spines to keep them coplanar, and I also have a long piece here which does the same job. It keeps the spines coplanar with the lower horizontals. Another recommendation from Matthias is not to put the bases on just yet. Put the legs on by all means, but not the base, because you're going to want to drill up into here, and if the base is on, you can't get your drill in there. Well, that went fairly well. The only mistake with any impact is this layer here, which is off and sticking up there and recessed there, which will have to be fixed because there's a block mount here that holds the shaft for the lower wheel. So we need a good surface to register that against. And then I'll have to plane down this top bit here. Most of the planing that I might do will be cosmetic. This one is important. And to do the planing, I'm going to have to choose a surface as the datum. Either a vertical surface that I consider to be truly vertical, or a horizontal surface that I consider to be sort of parallel to the ground, and reference everything else off there if I decide to flatten it. These base pieces are not fixed, they're just there so that I can see what it looks like and keep myself on track for adding these last few pieces here. These boards are sufficiently thick at 20 millimeters that I don't need all of the laminations. The plan gives some final dimensions. The final dimension of this part here is 11.2 and I've reached that. This part here 12.8 and I've reached that. And the foot at the back here on which the motor mounts needs to be 17.6, so I need one more layer here, and that means there's one less layer in this area than the plans call for, because the boards are not 3/4 19 millimeter, they're 20 millimeter.